What's up, guys? The topic of the video today is doing things that scare you. We all have fears, and our fears are usually irrational. At least I think stuff that I'm really scared of, stuff that holds me back, is usually things that are just non threatening. It's like I'm not scared of heights, or I'm not scared of, like burning to death in a building or something. Like, stuff that is actually harmful, I'm not really scared of. I find myself not worrying about stuff like that. The stuff I worry about is stuff that is completely benign, but yet in my mind I have like formed them into think that, they're harmful to me, where really the only harm is just me thinking that it's bad. So those fears I'm talking about are usually the things that we should do to face in order to like grow or like get to the next level. I know from personal experience that like things that I have done that scared me in that way, in the irrational fear way, things that I have done and just, like took a risk with myself to do them have felt so rewarding to actually have done them because it was something that I was terrified to do, or something that really scared me to do, or whatever. And I just find that like the most some of the most value that I think that I've gotten was out of doing those things. Um, and it's a case by case basis to different people. Whatever those fears are to you, things that are holding you back, mental blockades, I think that it's a good thing to face them and to actually do things that, you know, for example, so today, um, today it was confirmed, but so I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say that there's some things about touring, and as some of you know, I'm a musician, so I tour for a living. I tour playing drums as of now for a living since 2018. Um, there's some things about touring that I have fear of. Now, it's not getting in a car crash. It's not getting in a plane crash. It's none of the things that like I should mortally be scared of, right? It's things that are completely personal and completely like irrational, and I'll just leave it at that. And those fears completely combat with my desire to tour the world and become something of music in this world. Those two things just do like this. They can't live together. I must choose one over the other. Either I'm going to succumb to my irrational fear and not go out and do what I want to do, or I'm just going to say fuck it and like just ignore the fear and go do it. Naturally, because I'm so passionate about music and I'm so passionate about making it in the music industry, I say fuck it and do it. So when an opportunity comes my way that gets me out of that comfort zone, chances are I'm going to take it. Well, anyway, I'm still making this short, supposedly short story, still long, but a few weeks back, I got the chance to play with an artist named Chris Duarte. Now, I don't know if some of you know who that is, but he's kind of like this Texas legend blues guitar player. He's a very awesome guitar player. He's successful, in his own right, and rightfully so, because he's very talented. And he has a lot of fans that love what he does. I got a chance to play with him just through meeting and whatever. I ended up on the same stage with him. And he offered me a tour to do with him in May. And I was really honored that he asked me to do that. And naturally, I'm going to take it because I want to make it, okay? Like, I want to go out in the world and I want to do as much I can with music, okay? So naturally I'm going to take it, but however, that's where my fear comes in. Those things that I'm scared of. And like I said, it's irrational things, just personal things of being out on the road. And especially with people that I don't know very well, chances are, I think the tour is 6 weeks long. So after this 6 week period, I will know them very well, I'm sure. But, you know, part of my fear is that um, when I don't know the people that well, I can't like be totally open with them. I might feel reluctant to speak up if something is making me uncomfortable or something like that, whatever the case is. So it's like I'm nervous about doing the tour because of those fears that I have that are completely irrational. But at the same time, I'm doing it because I have to, right? So do you see the pattern here? Our callings in life, and the big opportunities that we really get are usually coinciding with also the things that scare us the most. There's like the good side of it and the bad side, and they always seem to just like come together. And it's like this push pull between like greatness and fear of the journey of becoming great, right? So, you know, I'm just wondering if anyone can relate to this, because this is something like that I think about and kind of struggle with every day thinking about. Um, but I'm equally excited, like more excited, obviously, because I know it's going to be good for me. I know that it's going to do a lot of good for me. It might open doors for me that I've waited my entire life to walk through. But at the same time, there's that irrational fear. And our fears, irrational fears, usually coincide with our paths to greatness. And like those fears will sometimes tell you not to do it. Like for the stupidest reasons. Don't listen to them. So just something to think about. And that happened today. We got the tour all confirmed today. So I'm going for it, right? Um, and I know it's going to be good for me. I know it's the right thing to do. The way that it all came about, like my friend gave me a Chris Duarte CD 10 years ago when I started learning guitar, and I didn't even know who he was. And like when I met him just randomly at a gig, and then he asked me to tour with him for 6 weeks, like that is not, I don't look at that as coincidence. I mean, I look at it, it might be a coincidence, but it was meant to be that way. I don't ignore those types of things. So the fear aspect of it, I have to say fuck it. I have to say fuck the fear. But at the same time, it's still stressful to deal with. Something to think about, man. Like, see if you can relate. Is there any like calling in your life that you have to put your fears aside to reach that potential? And that's essentially what I went through for the past few days. My career completely, synergizes with some fears that I have. And it's up to you to just kick those fears to the curb and say, look, man, I got to make it. I got a calling to do. Also, I have to fucking shave while I'm on the subject. But anyway, that's just my video for today, man. Peace out.